For media resources and contacts, click here. Wreckage from the USS Indianapolis was discovered on August 18 by the expedition crew of Paul G. Allen's research vessel RV Petrel. The Indianapolis was found 5,500 meters below the surface, resting on the floor of the North Pacific Ocean to be able to honor the brave men of the USS Indianapolis and their families through the discovery of a ship that played such a significant role during World War II is truly humbling, Mr. Allen said. As Americans, we all owe a debt of gratitude to the crew for their courage, persistence and sacrifice in the face of horrendous circumstances. While our search for the rest of the wreckage will continue, I hope everyone connected to this historic ship will feel some measure of closure at this discovery so long in coming. The Indianapolis was tragically lost in the final days of World War II when it was torpedoed by a Japanese submarine in the early morning hours of July 30, 1945. The Indianapolis sank in 12 minutes, making it impossible to deploy much of its life-saving equipment. Prior to the attack, the Indianapolis had just completed its secret mission of delivering components of one of the two nuclear weapons that were dropped on Japan. Of the 1,196 sailors and Marines on board, only 316 survived. We've located wreckage of USS Indianapolis, Indiana, Philippines Sea at 5,500 meters below the sea. 35 on hull. First confirmation https://cov29tlj1ba4pic.twitter.com e5s706 Seoul. Paul Allen at Paul Gallen, August 19, 2017. Even in the worst defeats and disasters there is valor and sacrifice that deserve to never be forgotten, said Sam Cox, director of the Naval History and Heritage Command. They can serve as inspiration to current and future sailors enduring situations of mortal peril. There are also lessons learned, and in the case of the Indianapolis, lessons relearned that need to be preserved and passed on, so the same mistakes can be prevented, and lives saved. For more than 2 decades I've been working with the survivors. To a man, they have longed for the day when their ship would be found, solving their final mystery, said Capt. William Toady Rhett, spokesperson for the survivors of the USS Indianapolis. They all know this is now a war memorial, and are grateful for the respect and dignity that Paul Allen and his team have paid to one of the most tangible manifestations of the pain and sacrifice of our World War II veterans. As the naval flagship of the Fifth Fleet, the sunken Indianapolis was the object of many previous search efforts. Mr. Allen had recently acquired and retrofitted the 250-foot RV Petrel with state-of-the-art subsea equipment capable of diving to 6,000 meters or 3.5 miles. The Petrel and its capabilities, the technology it has and the research we've done, are the culmination of years of dedication and hard work, said Robert Kraft, Director of Subsea Operations for Mr. Allen. We've assembled and integrated this technology, assets and unique capability into an operating platform which is now one among very few on the planet. The other key factor in the discovery was information that surfaced in 2016 by Dr. Richard Hulver, historian with the Naval History and Heritage Command, which led to a new search area to the west of the original presumed position. By finally identifying a naval landing craft that had recorded a sighting of the USS Indianapolis the night that it was torpedoed, the research team developed a new position and estimated search which was still a daunting 600 square miles of open ocean. RV Petrel's search for US Indianapolis continues. More info and pictures to come. https://co8nnbj1eo4pic.twitter.com @86dsx57 Paul Allen at Paul Gallen, August 19, 2017. Allen-led expeditions have also resulted in the discovery of the Japanese battleship Musashi March 2015 and the Italian World War II destroyer Artillery March 2017. His team was also responsible for retrieving and restoring the ship's bell from the HMS Hood for presentation to the British Navy in honor of its heroic service. Mr. Allen's expedition team was recently transferred to the newly acquired and retrofitted RV Petrel specifically for continuing exploration and research efforts. The 16-person expedition team on the RV Petrel will continue the process of surveying the full site as weather permits and will be conducting a live tour of the wreckage in the next few weeks. The USS Indianapolis remains the property of the U.S. Navy and its location will remain confidential and restricted by the Navy. The crew of the RV Petrel has been collaborating with Navy authorities throughout its search operations and will continue to work on plans to honor the 22 crew members still alive today, as well as the families of all those who served on the highly decorated cruiser. Conservation, exploration, technology, science, exploration, history, Musashi technology, underwater exploration, US Indianapolis, World War II.